Hey guys, it's Cracker here. Um, I just wanted to make a video, I guess, just talking about my experience trying to talk to girls, because it's like, I just have no energy to want to even try, because it's like every single time that I try, it just turns out bad for me. Like, every single time I've tried, like, talking with girls and making friends with them or whatever, it never, it never pans out to be a positive thing. It always just ends up being this awkward encounter that just makes it harder to want to try again the next time, honestly. Like, I don't even know how people do it. These other guys that say that they've like talked to dozens and dozens of girls, and it's like, dude, how are you even still talking to them? Like, how are you not just like blackpilled into oblivion at that point? Because it's like every single time I try to talk to one, um, it's like they just don't want to talk to me, you know? Like I was talking to this one girl. She was actually the one to add me. She added me on Discord the other day, and so like I accepted the friend request, and I sent her like the wave gif, that it lets you send to every your new friends, And then like the next morning, I had like a text back from her saying hi, and so like I texted her, and she was like, we texted like very briefly, and she said she went to VC, but I was like, it was in the morning, and I was like 5 minutes away from having to go to work, so I was like, sorry, I can't talk right now, but like we can talk later. And I like didn't get any kind of response back, so I was like, all right, whatever. I'll hit her up after I get off work. Maybe we can talk or something. So I'm like at work, and as I'm getting ready to leave work, I get a text from her because it had been about 8 hours since I had last texted her. And that really gave me a lot of hope because I was like, oh wow, she texted me right about the time I would be leaving work. I mean, that must show that she's thinking about me and she wants to talk. If she thought to text me like right as I said I was gonna be leaving work. So I texted back. I was excited. I was like, yeah, hi, how's it going? Because she had just texted hi again. I was like, yeah, I'll be home from work in like half an hour. So I get home from work and I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm finally home from work. I can talk now. And she was like, oh, I'm so glad you're home. How was your day? And I was like, oh yeah, my day is pretty good. Work was pretty decent. It was nothing to write home about. It was a pretty decent day. How was your day? And she was like, oh, my day was pretty decent too. It was kind of stressful though. And I was like, oh, well, what made it so stressful? Because I want to ask her about her day and stuff. I feel like that's a pretty normal thing to do. If someone says, my day was stressful, you ask them like more specifically. Because that's something people always say if you ask for advice for talking to girls. They're like, just ask questions, bro. Just let her talk, bro. Like girls love to talk about themselves. Everyone loves talking about themselves, bro. Just like let people talk. So I'm always anytime I try to talk to a girl, I always try to like ask questions. I always try to like do my best to listen well and understand because I do generally believe that like trying to listen to the other person and trying to empathize with them and absorb as much of their experience as you can, like that's how you communicate with people. That's how you like form a good connection with a person, right? By like making them feel heard, right? So I asked her like, well, what made it so stressful? And nothing, bro. Like she just never responded. like like I sent that text probably like 30 seconds after she had said the day was stressful and she was still online, so there's like no chance that she didn't see it and she just like never responded. And it's like, how am I supposed to have a conversation with someone who doesn't want to talk to me back? Like, and moreover, why did you even bother adding me? Because this was not a girl I reached out to. She added me. And it doesn't even make a difference whether I'm the one to add them, whether they add me. It doesn't matter. They just don't want to talk to me. I don't even know why the fuck they added me, honestly. Like, it doesn't make any sense, genuinely. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, everyone says, if you ask for advice, like, oh, I can't get a girlfriend, oh, there's always gonna be those guys that are gonna be like, just talk to girls, bro. You just gotta talk to them, bro. Just, like, go out and talk to them, bro. And it's like, dude, you try texting these girls and they don't wanna fucking talk. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to, like, just monologue to them? Am I supposed to just sit there and talk about what I want to talk about for, like, 30 minutes while they sit there and nod their head? Because, dude, if someone did that to me, when people do that to me, because honestly, I know people and they talk like that all the time to me, and it honestly pisses me off, dude. Like, nobody wants to just listen to somebody else ramble about something they don't care about. But then again, I try to let them talk, and it's like they don't want to talk. I don't understand it, really. It's like they can just sense, like, whether it's in person or through a screen or whatever, they just sense that I'm not the type of person that they want to talk to, no matter what. Genuinely, I think I'm just incompatible with women, honestly, like, because every single time it goes the same way. Usually, I'll try to make conversation, they'll give me brief one sentence answers, never ask any questions of their own, never ask anything about me, really. And even when I try to just let them talk about themselves, because honestly, I don't even like talking about myself that much. I don't care. If you just want to talk and let me respond to what you're saying, that's fine. Like, I'm not a big talker, honestly. I'm really not. It's kind of hard for me to make these videos because of it. But I'm really not a big talker. So I don't have any problem with just listening. But I can't even do that because they won't say anything. Like, if I'm not sitting there constantly prompting them to say the next thing like they're a fucking AI, they don't say anything. And then the conversation dries up and eventually goes a couple days without texting each other and it's like, then we just unadd each other. And it's like, wow, this is the experience of trying to talk to women in 2025. It's brutal. And I know it's not just me because anytime I talk to a guy, it's the complete opposite. Like, anytime I talk to a guy, they're asking follow-up questions. They have a genuine interest in the conversation. Like, they make me feel wanted. They make me feel like they actually want to talk to me. Like I'm not just some burden in their DMs that they're responding to as politely as possible, hoping I'll go away. So it's like, what the fuck? People say, oh, dude, women are people too. You just gotta talk to them just like you would talk to anybody else. And it's like, that doesn't fucking work, dude. None of them, they won't talk to you like a normal person. They won't. At least not to me. I don't really get it, man. Like, there's guys I know that I'm friends with where they just open up their phone and they start texting girls and then they're telling me about how they have like 5 girls that they're texting and how they're all like so into them and all this shit, and it's like, dude, how do you fucking do that? How do you get that? I don't understand it. I really, really fucking don't. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get to know people. I'm just trying to be genuine, and it's like nobody wants that, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. It's totally discouraged me. I think I'm just gonna give up on trying to text girls altogether, honestly, because it's just too draining. It's like every single time this happens to me, it just demotivates me to try again. Like, I don't want to keep trying this shit just to be disappointed over and over and over again. There's no point. I wish I had any way of meeting girls in real life so I didn't have to text them like this, but it's like there's nobody goes outside anymore, There's nobody out in public. There's no girls my age out in public. The only time I see girls my age out in public, they're with some other guy. There's nowhere you can go where there's just going to be like random people to socialize with. Like, if you go out to a bar, it's going to be all people in their 30s. It's going to be all people in their 30s and 40s. Like, Zoomers don't go to fucking bars. It doesn't happen. Like, I never see them. I see some Zoomer guys in the bars sometimes, but they're probably in the same fucking crab bucket as I am, trying to find girls, and they're sitting there probably wondering where the fuck they all are, dude. Because I don't know where the fuck they are, dude. I really, really don't. I never see them, dude. I don't know, man. I just have no hope on this front. I'm not making any progress, and anytime I try to make progress, I feel like I just blackpill myself further. And I feel like there's really no point in trying to make any progress on this. It's an entire lose situation, you know? Like, if I try, I lose. I just get disappointed. And if I sit back and wait for something to happen, you know, we all know nothing ever happens, right? I've tried doing nothing. I've tried doing something. So what else is there to try, honestly? Well, that's pretty much all I had to say. I guess this is kind of like a short video, but I mean, I guess it's probably better to do a short and to the point video than just like rambling for 20 minutes, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say.